A single clap slices through the silence. The sound of your first breath in a world forged by steel and duty. The year of the dragon should promise greatness. But right now, you're no dragon. You're a shivering, mewling child. And from your father's eyes, you can already see it, disappointment. Another mouth to feed, another warrior to mold. Welcome to feudal Japan, where honor weighs more than life, and your destiny was written before you could even crawl. You think modern parents are strict? Try being raised by one whose bedtime stories end with seppuku. At 5, other children chase dragonflies. You chase stillness. Hours kneeling before the family shrine, fighting your own body's urge to sneeze as incense burns your eyes. Your legs are screaming, your nose is itching, but you can't move. One wrong move, one toppled offering, and your father's glare promises 1,000 extra sword swings before dinner. You learn early on that stillness is a weapon, and your own body is the first opponent you must defeat. 6 years old. Your childhood officially ends with a snip. The ceremonial haircut, the shonmage, steals your innocence, leaving behind a stiff, awkward topknot that marks you as a miniature warrior. Your head suddenly feels heavier. Maybe it's the hairstyle, or maybe it's the crushing weight of expectation. The hakama you now have to wear, those wide-legged trousers, flap around your legs like mocking whispers. Every step is a potential tripwire, and every stumble is a public lesson in shame. You're not a child anymore. You're a symbol, a tiny walking advertisement for your family's honor. 7. The word home changes its meaning. The dojo becomes your entire world, and comfort becomes a forgotten friend. Your master's first lesson isn't a cool sword technique, it's simply sit. For hours, you kneel on the hard wooden floor in the Caesar position until your legs scream for mercy. But mercy isn't a word samurai children learn. They teach you to wield the bokken, a wooden sword that feels heavier than your wildest dreams. And when your tired arms inevitably drop it, you don't cry. You bow. You pick it up, and you start again. Every bruise, every failure, every silent tear that freezes on the cold dojo floor. It's all being carved into the warrior you're being forced to become. There is no opting out. Winter comes like an enemy invasion. The dojo floor could freeze your very soul, but complaint is the highest form of dishonor. So you train, shivering in armor that feels more like a coffin than protection. By 13, your first real sword, the katana, gleams in your trembling hands. It's a symbol of adulthood, of responsibility, of death, and your own blood stains the blade before the day is over, a clumsy cut during practice. The first of many lessons that will be written in pain. You're taught that the sword is your soul, but right now it just feels like a very sharp, very heavy burden. Then comes your first battle. The chaos, the noise, the terror, those romantic one-on-one duels you dreamed of, they're lies. The battlefield is a storm of noise, smoke, blood, and utter confusion. Men are screaming, arrows are flying, and the ground is slick with things you don't want to identify. Somewhere in the madness, you have a terrifying realization. No one fights gracefully when they just trying not to die. It's not a dance, it's a desperate, ugly scramble for one more second of life. And then come the wars you can't win with a sword. The endless politics, the suffocating etiquette, the arranged marriage to a woman you've never met. You quickly learn that a single misplaced bow in court could cost your clan more than a lost battle ever could. Survival here requires sharper reflexes and a more cunning mind than survival on the battlefield. Your wife, skilled, silent, and terrifyingly perceptive, might be the only person who truly understands the game you both forced to play. She's not just a partner. She's your most important and most dangerous ally. Years pass. The sword grows heavier in your hand. Your swing slows, but your wisdom deepens. You find yourself training the next generation of wide-eyed boys, repeating the same old proverbs your master taught you, half remembered, half invented on the spot. The bamboo that bends more than the one that doesn't. They nod, writing it down as if it were scripture. You have to hide a smile. You've become the old man you once feared. You see the same fear and desperation in their eyes that you once felt, and a part of you wants to tell them the truth. But you can't. It's not your place. Old age creeps in like a ninja with a grudge. One morning, you catch your reflection in the polished wood of the veranda, silver hair, tired eyes, yet still sitting in perfect Caesar. You remember every battle, every scar, every failure that shaped you. And in that moment of clarity, you realize the greatest enemy you ever faced was never another warrior. It was yourself, your pride, your fear, your ambition. Your final victory isn't won with a blade, it's with a quiet word. A story told to your grandchild. A well-timed smile that stops a pointless conflict before it can start. They find you one morning, peaceful in your garden. Your sword, now a relic, rests across your lap, polished to a mirror. You have finally, after a lifetime of struggle, mastered the posture that once brought you so much pain. It no longer hurts. It's just stillness. And your last message to your students, the truth every samurai learns far too late, is left in a simple note by your side. The secret to being a great warrior isn't in how you fight. It is in surviving long enough to understand that most battles never needed a sword at all. Thanks for watching. It's a tough story, but an important one to tell. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the past, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. We'll see you in the next one.